All right. Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rekah, Quadash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopeful like Ike out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh Bashim Yahushua has created us to do, so he can wake up and seal the elect of the nation of Israel, which consists of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, and you Israelites who are scattered amongst the heathen nations that may look like the heathen nations, but your father's seed line of your lineage goes back to you being a so-called black, Hispanic, and Native American, one of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. And Shalom. It's your brothers from the GMS Denver camp with a special guest, the brother Golf from the GMS Arizona camp. And we're going to come to you today, man, in the spirit of going into Jacob's trouble and to the great tribulation that's about to befall the earth, especially for us Israelites, man. That's why it's called Jacob's trouble. This is about to be a time of great punishment and judgment that the Most High is about to send upon so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. But the thing is, the remnant is going to go through it to be refined as gold in the fire. 2/3 of our people, 2/3 of you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are about to go through this to be destroyed because you refuse to repent, you refuse to acknowledge that you are an Israelite, you refuse to acknowledge Yahweh, and you refuse to acknowledge His only begotten Son Yahweh Shah. You want to continue on in these doctrines that you've learned from the heathen nations. You want to continue to worship idols. You want to continue to walk in a way that's not pleasing in the sight of the Most High. So this is why He's about to send great judgment upon you, man. And it's about to be like anything. It's about to be something like we've never seen before, man. That's how crazy it's going to be out here. So let me get this real quick. This Second Ezra 8:51. No, Second Ezra 8:50. For many great misery shall be done to them that in the latter time shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. And that's the spirit that the majority of our people are in, man. You see? And the spirit of not taking heed to what the prophets have to say. They don't want to get right with the Most High. They don't want to put up a fight to leave off on wickedness, man. They want to continue on in it. They want America to continue on. They don't want the Most High's will to be done. You see? So they're walking around in the spirit of pride. And this is why the Most High is going to bring great miseries upon you, man. You see, miseries that you can't even comprehend. It's going to be that bad out here. And that time is fastly approaching because, like, we were just chopping it up before we got on the call, man. All these things are being set up to put the squeeze upon you, especially you Israelites, man. You see, he's concocting legislations. You see, he's setting up all these snares and traps to get you in, man. So you have no choice but to bend the knee when this new system is rolled out. You see, he's going to take away your ability to buy and sell if you don't go along with this system. You see, and if you're in a spirit of rebelling against him, you're probably going to be put to death, man. These are the times we're living in. You see, it's going to be bad out here. What you got, go?
I was just gonna say, man, basically just because right, we're put under these curses so that we could learn a lesson, man. So during this grace period, those that haven't learned accountability according to the law, their judgment is death, man. That was
That's
it.
exactly that's exactly what's coming, man. Major death is coming to the earth. A lot of death is about to take place, man. So let's get that Jeremiah 30 real quick. Start at verse 4.
This is Jeremiah. It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 30, and in verse 4, and it reads, "And these are the words that the Lord spake concerning Israel and concerning Judah. For thus saith Yahweh, we have heard a voice of trembling, of fear, and not of peace. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doeth travail with child. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness."
And that's the type of fear and dread that the Most High is about to bring in the earth, man. where men are going to be out here as if they're women. You see, when a woman goes through those labor pains, man, she's in great pain. She's in great miseries. And that's what the Most High is saying he's going to bring upon men in these last days because of what? Because of pride. You see, men are going to be travailing like women, man. So imagine if the men are going to be in that spirit, imagine the women. You see, the Most High is not playing around, man. Everybody's just walking around in the spirit of rebellion, just pushing forth all manner of madness and confusion. And Yahweh Bashumi Hawashah is about to put an end to it in a major way, and in a horrific way, man. You see, you got it.
Going on, verse 7, it says, alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, because it's like it, but he shall be saved out of it.
Here it says it's gonna be a time like none other, man. You see, the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Who's the he that's gonna be saved out of it? That's the remnant of the nation of Israel, and Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Because you got all these people talking about, I'm storing this up. I got this much gold on hand. I got this shelter, this, and I can go over here to do this. Look, man, ain't none of that shit gonna matter when it goes down. Now it's okay for you to have a few things stored up or set to the side, but that's not gonna be the end all be all, man. That's not gonna be your salvation. Because who's to say? Your ass might be in a whole different state when shit pop off. You see, far away from your resources. And this is why we've been in the spirit to tell you to put your trust in the Lord, man. You know, you have to put your trust in the Lord. As an Israelite, you have to return back to the Most High, man. That's the only way we can be saved out of this. And the thing is, the Israelites are the only ones who have any chance of salvation. The heathen nation, they fucked. Ain't nobody coming to save them, man. You see? Nobody's coming to save the heathen. Salvation is only coming for the remnant of Israel, man. And it's going to come from above, not from no shit you got stored in your pantry. You see all this gold and silver you got saved up, man. The salvation is going to come from the Lord Yahweh Shah. The protection is going to come from on high, man. Because we definitely going to need it in these last days. Because it's about to get wild out here. That was it, go?
Con.
Grab that Daniel 12, Shabbat.
I have a precept up.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
Because of that Jeremiah 30 verse 5, which the brother read about the Lord hearing. In Exodus 3 verse 6 and 7, it says, moreover, he said, I am the power of thy father and the power of Abraham, the power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look upon Yahweh. And Yahweh said, I have surely seen the affliction of my people, which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. And, us being in spiritual Egypt today, and like you said, there's a lot of suffering that's happening, but also going to increase, especially when they make that device mandatory for buying and selling. It's going to be the great tribulation, which is prophesying. So the Lord not only hears the chaos, but he hears the prophets. We're sighing and crying about all the abominations.
And that's the spirit you're supposed to be in. You see, so when all hell break loose, you can be, man, let's get that real quick, real quick. That's the spirit you're supposed to be in as a servant of the Lord, man, sighing and crying for what the fuck is going on, man. Not just turning a blind eye to what you see happening. You're supposed to be complaining to the Most High about what you see taking place in the earth, man. All the corruption, all the deceit, all the wickedness, man. All the pollution, disease everywhere. You're supposed to be crying out about that, man. Everybody in the spirit of rebellion, you're supposed to be crying out about that.
Hey, because the brother's reading about Moses, right? So during that time, man, Moses, he could have turned a blind eye and lived a lavish life of being the nephew of Pharaoh, man. And you got Jake over here selling out for the simple spoils of Babylon.
Grandson of Pharaoh.
Khan, grandson, Wada.
Let me get this real quick. This is Ezekiel 9:4 says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof. So that's what gets you exempt from the judgment, man. Complaining unto the Lord, man, bringing out these prophecies and letting the world know the Most High is about to destroy this place, man. We were just talking, and I was telling the brothers, these Americans really think that this whole thing is about to collapse. You see, and and they're gonna go through this time of tribulation, and once the smoke clears, America's gonna come on the other side as it's done before, and that's not the case, man. The Most High is finished with this place. He's about to destroy this place, man. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is about to send fire upon this place to burn everything in it. America is not bouncing back. You see? And it will never be inhabited again once the Most High is finished with it, man. And why is that? It's for all the wickedness that's taking place here. Do you not see that they have drag queens in your children's schools teaching them, man? Lifting up their dresses in front of your children, man. They're putting wicked reading material in your libraries on how to teach boys how to have gay sex. They're polluting the minds of your children, telling them it's okay for them to be 4 years old, and if they're a little boy, it's okay for them to be a girl. If they're a little girl, it's okay for them to be a boy. And your parents have no say so about it. This is the type of shit that's going on. This is what the men of the Lord is complaining about. Hey, the food is polluted, the water polluted, the air polluted. These women are completely out of their fucking minds. The men as well. Everything is out of order here. And this is why the men of the Lord are signing the crown for the Lord to establish what in the earth? Righteousness, man. Order in the earth. And then we continue in that spirit, it says what? We're going to receive that mark, which is that thawah, which is a mark of exemption from judgment. What judgment? The judgment that's inbound coming to the earth, man. You see? Verse 5 says what? Ezekiel 9:5. And to the others he said in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin at my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. So, and this is the time we're coming into, man. Where Yahweh Bashim is about to unleash the death angels in the earth. And if you're not up under that covering, man, Yahweh Shai's blood, you're going to be taken in judgment. You see? That's what's coming. Man, woman, and child.
Yeah, I say something, man. There's like there's infinite ways that Yahweh Bashmi Shah can take you up out of here, man. You're gonna be dying in gruesome and horrible fashions, man.
Let me grab this real quick. Hebrews 10. I don't know. Oh, what was it? Yep, there it is. Hebrews 10:31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. So like the brother said, man, the Most High has a million ways, 1,000,001 ways he can take you out, man. Things that you never even considered happening to you. He can do it to you, man. And that's what he's about to do on this earth, man. We always talk about how great the salvation is going to be, but this final time of judgment is going to be on that level too, man. You see? What you on?
I was quoting 2 Peter 3 verses 5 through 7.
Mm-hmm.
For this they willingly are ignorant of, that by the word of God the heavens were of old, and the earth standing out of the water and in the water, whereby the world that then was, being overflowed with water, perished. But the heavens and the earth, which are now, by the same word are kept in store, reserved unto fire against the day of judgment and perdition of ungodly man.
And that's what's happening, man. This place is being reserved for this fire that the Most High has ordained to come upon it. Because people have been just walking in the earth thinking that, well, ain't no judgment come for me doing all this madness. and it's never gonna come. And that's the mindset that everybody's adopting around us, man. Everybody's in the mind that, man, that shit ain't gonna happen. America being destroyed, are you crazy? Ain't no nuclear missiles gonna burn this place up, man. Fuck you talking about? Look at all this wickedness we doing. Ain't no missiles coming, ain't no judgment coming. God is dead. Jesus Christ is fake news. That's the spirit these people in, not knowing that the same thing was going on during the time of Noah. Noah was prophesying for 120 years before the flood came. And guess what they were doing before the flood came? They was scoffing, mocking, talking shit, marrying, giving in the marriage, living it up, doing the same thing they doing now. And one day it started raining, and that was their ass, man. It's gonna be the same thing. One day you're gonna go to sleep and wake up, and nothing's gonna be the same, man. Everything is gonna change. You see, everything's gonna change one day.
That's pretty simple.
That was it.
So yeah,
No, go ahead, bro.
holding Peter, 1 Peter 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of God, and if it first begin at us, what should be the end? What shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
Yeah, so it's gonna start at those who know the Israelites first and foremost, because our faith has to be tried. The Most High is gonna separate the real from the fake. Those who've been faking the funk and those who have been actually doing it is gonna be separated when that judgment comes. That comes because they're gonna come against who first? Those who've been proclaiming and identified as being Hebrew Israelites. You see, but if we be a part of that number, we're gonna be covered up under Yahweh Shem Yahushua, man. Yeah.
I got the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 5, starting verse 1. It says, "But of the times and the seasons, brethren, ye have no need that I write unto you, for yourselves know perfectly that the day of the Lord so cometh as a thief in the night. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape."
Good. Pretty enough.
All right, so everybody, they walking around their wickedness thinking that ain't nothing gonna happen, man. Like America gonna continue on forever. You know what I'm saying? They sadly mistaken. It's gonna come upon them suddenly, man, the judgment of the Lord, man. They talk about peace and safety. That's when you gotta start worrying when they start talking about peace and safety, man. The weather get nice, motherfuckers talking about going out and having a good time, man. That's when all hell gonna break loose, man, when they least expect it.
Yep.
The Lord brings judgment swiftly, man.
And it's gonna be as a thief in the night. It's gonna come upon them unawares, man. You see, just like the flood when it took them all those years ago. It's gonna be the same fucking thing, man. What's up?
I said a thief in the night. In the night.
Nah, kind.
That reminds me of a video that was shared in the group chat a while back ago, where there was three teenagers, under a tree while it was a storm, man, and out of nowhere, a lightning, bam, and all three of them just fall to the ground, dead.
Out of here.
It'll be just like that. And get that Daniel 12:1, Shabbat.
God. It's Daniel 12:1. At that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the sons of thy people, and there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation, even to the same time. And at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book.
So it's gonna be so bad out here that we're gonna need divine intervention, man. And that's gonna cause for what? It's gonna call for us having major faith, man. You see? For the angels to stand up on our behalf to defend us, we have to continue on in our faith. And we're about to see a lot of men who proclaim to be Israelites fall because they haven't been walking in the spirit of faith, man. They haven't been doing what the Most High has told them to do. They haven't been preaching the right doctrine. Hell, you even got millions talking about ain't no miracles gonna happen. Ain't no miracles, ain't no chariots, ain't Yahweh, man. So guys who are in that spirit, man, they have no hope. Because the only way we're about to escape what Esau is coming with is by the Most High raising up a standard on our behalf, man. Let me get that real quick. Yep. We're going to need it, man. Isaiah 59:19 says what? So shall they fear the name of Yahweh from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua shall lift up a standard against them. And that's what we're going to need because Esau is about to come guns blazing, man. You see? Just like he did. You thought that shit he did when he rolled on the Pink Panthers. when he rolled on the fucking Black Panthers, you thought that was something, man. It's going to be on another level because Esau knows who he's coming up against. So he's going to send his super soldiers, man. He's going to send his special forces against us. And we're going to need Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah to defend us from these people when they come, man, because we had nothing we could do. You got these clowns over here in Sakari talking about they got a few ARs and they think they got down the #1 army in the world. Man, do you understand, bro? Esau spends billions, trillions on weaponry, man, on research and development, designing new weapons and designing new bullets to kill you better. And you think just because you got a little AR and some fucking pistols, you're doing something. No, man. There's nothing that we can do against Esau carnally, man. And this is why we have to continue to push the spirit of having big faith, man. You see? Because that's what it's all about. That's how the standard is going to be lifted on your behalf. What's up, Kyle?
Because that Daniel 12, where it said that Michael will stand up, I looked up stand up military definition. It says that it's a term in the jargon of U.S. military terminology, which means to formally activate. Let me get the basic definition. It says it basically means to stand up to your enemy and come out victorious.
Yep.
You know how
regulators.
And it ain't gonna be it's not gonna be by carnal means, man. We're not gonna stand up carnally against Esau, man. Bro, we don't have enough weaponry to stand up against this man's fucking reservists. You see? We couldn't even stand up against the fucking reservists, man, or the smallest town's police force. You see? And this is why we have to rely upon what? The heavens, man.
Faith.
The power coming down from heaven. You see?
Yeah, I got a 7 on mine.
What you got?
Psalm 44, verse 5. Through thee will we push down our enemies.
Read up like 2 verses.
All right, let me get that.
Because I love that Psalms 44 because it goes back into our righteous forefathers, man, acknowledging that everything that we have, we got it by the Most High's power, man. And that's what a lot of these guys don't want to acknowledge. They want to acknowledge that we gonna do this and we gonna do that, and the glory gonna be ours. No, it's not, man. Everything that we've got as a nation has been given unto us through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, man. You see? You got it, go.
It says, for they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand and thy arm and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them.
See that? We didn't get it by our sword or by our own power, man. It was all through the Lord Yahweh Shah. It's gonna be the same thing today, man. And this is what the men of Great Millstone is trying to teach our people, man. But you got the rebellious of our people who still trying to buck up against it. You see? Trying to buck up against Yahweh Shah's authority and his power that he's been given by the Most High. The reason we won all those battles during the time of Moses and Joshua is because Yahweh Shah willed it, man. And we saw what happened when the Most High wasn't with us. The heathen were able to whoop our ass. You see? You got it, bro.
It says, thou art my king, O power, command deliverance for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I do not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies and has put them to shame that hated us.
That's what it's gonna be here in these last times, man. It's gonna be the same thing. Now you can have weapons if you want, but if you just solely rely on that to save you out of this tribulation we coming into, you're in the wrong spirit, man. You see? The salvation is coming through the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. It ain't gonna be by carnal means, man. And what's gonna fuel those miracles to be worked on our behalf? And it's gonna be all about faith. This time of Jacob's trouble is gonna be a great time of testing our faith, man. What you got, go?
It's like you said, brother, the way we're going to be delivered is by these marvelous works to prove the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. But I got a couple quick precepts. This is the songs of the three holy children of the Apocrypha. Verse 20, it says, deliver us also according to thy marvelous works. You see, according to what? His marvelous works, man. His miraculous works that'll be the same way that he delivers the elect in these last days, man. What do Yahweh Shai say? Greater miracles shall they do than these that they've seen me do. And Yahweh Shai was manipulating the elements, walking on water, reviving people from the dead. It says, and give glory to thy name. And that's ultimately what he'll be doing by doing that, man. Glorifying his name. There ain't going to be no arsenal, just like the story of Gideon. Right? What do you say? If a multitude of people were to overcome, they would take that glory upon themselves, man, as if the victory was something that they brought forth, rather than Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It's like we were talking at camp the other day. If the Heavenly Father is going to make His power known through the whole world, right? He's going to make for damn sure that the world knows that this destruction and deliverance came by Him. It says, "O Lord, and let all them that do thy servants hurt be ashamed, and let them be confounded in all their power and might." Right, all their power and might. And look at how great this heathen is today, man. Esau, like the bro, man, you really, looking at it in a carnal sense, there is no way you could beat Esau, man. The only way that Esau, right, that this beast system today could be destroyed is by Esau, by Russia, man. So carnally looking at it, that's who you think's going to have the win. But anyway, let me go ahead and keep going. It says, let them be confounded in all their power and all their might and all their strength be broken. And let them know that thou art God and the only God and great, glorious over the world. And the king's servants that put them in. That's good on that. But I got one more quick one, brothers. To Rock 36 and verse 2, it says, and send thy fear upon all the nations that seek not after thee. Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power as thou wast sanctified in us before them. So be thou magnified among them before us. And let them, as we have known thee, that there is no power, only thou, O power, show new signs and make other strange wonders. Glorify thy hand and thy right arm, that they may set forth thy wondrous works. That was it, brother. You can break that down.
You got it?
So just showing you, man, that the Heavenly Father is going to cause the whole world to see His wondrous works and how He's destroyed this devil Esau, man. All that glory being given over unto Him. That was it, bro.
You holding your call?
Yeah, I got 5 verse 1. Stand fast therefore in the liberty wherewith Hamashiach hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. So let's remember that. Go out there. I know the elect, those that are those officers, they're gonna not knowing the whole truth. They can be struggling with that.
Yeah. And the yoke of bondage goes into trying to live according to the law of perfection. Because that's what Yahweh Shai, he took us from that. He said he saved us from under the curse of the law. So we won't have to be punished according to the first extent of the law by trying to be perfect in it. And that's why we're talking about faith. You see, we keep the laws as best as we possibly can, but we know that there's no way for us to be saved by the law because we can't be perfect in it. Because, like the Apostle James told us, if you offend in one point of the law, you offend in all, and that's what we are. We all offend in the law still. We all fall short of the glory because we're not perfect yet. See, this is why we need to be brought into this period of grace to be saved through faith. You see, and that's gonna matter. That's gonna matter in a major way once it starts to go down, man. The faith that you've been building through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You
Hey,
already
brother,
you got
put your mic on mute, brother. I think there's a lot of there. What? Yeah.
what you got? What you got, Koyo?
I wasn't holding Salak. I had to grab the charger.
Okay, okay. So somebody grab that Zephaniah 1 real quick. Zephaniah 1 and start at 14.
I'm holding that 7-9 if I
Oh,
could bring out a quick one.
All right.
brother, I did have a precept actually.
You got
Matthew 25 verse. So this is what the Lord said to the good and faithful servant. It says in verse 23, his Lord said unto him, well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into a joy of thy Lord. And then, which had received the one talent, came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. When you look up that word earth, it's geo, and it pertains to the earth and the occupants. So pretty much just like Adam and Eve, they covered themselves with a leaf, which it wasn't a literal leaf. They were hiding amongst the doctrines in the world. That's what the 2/3 are doing. They're following Christianity. They're following all these false religions. They're not following the truth. It says, lo, there thou hast that is thine. So he, if you figuring you're an Israelite is enough to save you, it's not. His Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant, thou knewest that I reap where I sow not, and gather where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore to have put my money to the exchangers. And the prophets are the exchangers, because we're exchanging the scriptures to the Holy Spirit. And then at my coming, I should have received my own with usury. And I just wanted to show the difference between a faithful servant and an unfaithful servant. One thinks that just because you're a son of Abraham, you're going to be saved. It don't work that way, You got to put in the work.
So I got Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 14. The great day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is near. It is near and hasteneth greatly.
and we see it happening by doing what? Keeping up with the signs of the times, man. You see, keeping up with what's going on in the news, what's going on in the earth, by keeping up with the articles, man. You see, we hear all the chatter about the MOTB, this new system they want to roll out, these CBDCs and all these things. We all know that leads to what? It leads to the MOTB, so we know that day is fastly approaching, man. You see, we see the moral decay of society, man. We see all the chaos and confusion that's going on all throughout the earth, and that lets us know that we're close to the end of this thing, man. America doesn't have too much left, man, too much longer to be around. We hear about all the wars and the rumors of wars. All this lets us know that the day of the Lord draws near, man. And it's coming fast. These days are blowing by. We're already at the end of what? Shit, it's already April. It's already April, man.
That's quick.
This shit blowing by. Before you know, it's gonna be another new year.
Quarter of the year of this Gregorian calendar year is already gone.
That quick. So the day of the Lord is coming fast, man. You got it?
It says, even the voice of the day of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the mighty man shall cry there bitterly. The day is a day of wrath, a day of trouble and distress, a day of wasteness and desolation, a day of darkness and gloominess, a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of the trumpet and alarm against the fenced cities and against the high towers.
So there's all this bullshit that you've been taught in the Christian church about what the day of the Lord entails. That's not what's written, man. The Christians want to tell you it's going to be a bright and beautiful day. That's the complete opposite of what the scriptures say, man. The Most High is he's about to be dropping bodies, man. The Most High is about to be putting to death men, women, and children. If you don't have that thawah, man, you're not going to be exempt from the judgment that's coming. You're going to be taken in the famine. You're going to be taken in the teeth of wild beasts and the plagues and the pestilence, man. All these things that the Most High has prophesied to come upon the wicked of the world, man. And it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad, man. You got it. What?
There's gonna be blood everywhere.
Everywhere. Everywhere. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men.
Why is that? Go ahead.
Because they have sinned against Yahweh Bashem Yahshai.
So the Most I say he's gonna bring distress. When you go in distress, a similar word to distress is despair. Despair goes into a complete loss of hope. And that's gonna be everyone outside of the remnant, man. You're not gonna have any hope. Because guess what? Everything that you've been cleaving unto, everything that you've been thinking that it's your salvation, how much money you got in your bank account, how much food you got reserved, and how much ammo you got, all that shit is gonna fail you in this time, man. Because they're gonna shut your bank account down. You're not gonna be able to use it unless you get what? The MOTB. If they come forward with these fucking executive orders, they can confiscate all the food that you got in your house. You see? By force. And if you try to fight them, they're gonna kill your ass and take it. You see? The Most High about to bring complete hell to the earth, man. And there's only one way out for Israelites. And that's through faith in the Lord Yahweh Shai. That's the only way. Yes,
it says, and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of Yahweh Shem Yahushai's wrath, but the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy, for he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
And that's what's coming, man. So he just let you know your resources is not going to be your salvation in that day. You see? I got this much money. I got this much so-and-so. Ain't none of that shit going to save you, man. All these celebrities of our people, they think they got all this money stacked up that's their salvation. And it's not. And the Most High is about to show you. You see? The Most High is about to make fools of all you people, man, because you trusted in uncertain things, man. You see? What you holding, Shabbat?
Well, I don't think you could do a Jacob's trouble lesson without this scripture, and Gar might be holding the same one. But it's Isaiah 33:6. And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength and salvation. The fear of Yahweh is his treasure.
God. And that's what's going to keep us stable in this time, knowing and understanding that this is the will of the Most High, man. We're not going to be out here in the state of being oblivious of why this is going on, of having no understanding why this is happening. Why ain't no food in the stores? Why is there troops in the streets? Why are we seeing wild animals rip babies apart? We understand. It's the will of the Most High. This is judgment. The Most High is judging the world. Why we see these men got these fucking women shackled and chained up, and they using them to barter for goods. This is the judgment of the Most High. That's why. We have that through the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High through the Holy Spirit. So when it comes, it's not gonna catch us off guard because we've been looking for it. We've been saying it's coming. We've been praying for it to come. But everyone who's not in that spirit, shit, even some men who proclaim to be Israelites, they're gonna be caught up. What you got, go?
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 17, and verse 8. It says, "For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves for fear, worthy to be laughed at." So you were talking about how, right, the when all this hell comes forth, man, if you're, leaning upon money or whatever the case is, or in this case, during the first Exodus, their saviors in the flesh, that dark magic, they were a disgrace, man. Scriptures say, what do we just read? It said, worthy to be laughed at, man. So these people that were once, the people that you would look to for help were sick themselves to the point that they were looking around like as the brother was reading earlier, like blind men from all that despair of all this hell that's taking place, man. Not having any answers, with the famine of the word, not knowing where to seek. Because like the brother just read, the wisdom and knowledge is the stability of that time. So if you don't got that wisdom and knowledge, then whoever you are dependent upon in this world, right, is going to be looking sorry, just as these in the first Exodus. Well, that was it, brother. You got it.
Yeah, man, because at the end of the day, the only thing that's going to get you through these times we're coming into is the Most High is the Most High through Yahweh by way of the Holy Spirit, man. You see, that's it. Y'all always say the same thing, but motherfucker, that's the answer.
Yep.
It's only one. It's only one answer.
Give you the answer.
Give you the fucking answer, bro. We ain't telling you nothing else because there's nothing else that can save you from what's coming except for Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You think you got your mortgage paid off, that you gonna be good? Hell nah. They gonna come and take that crib. Or you caught up on your rent. It don't matter. They're gonna cash you out of your homes. These are all things that are prophesied to happen. And everyone outside of that small number of the remnant is gonna be in a state of being befuddled and why is this happening? You can't do this to me. You see, this is against the law. Nigga, all that shit about to go out of the window, man. You see? Esau not gonna give a damn about no law or no constitution or none of that bullshit, man. Especially when it comes to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans. What you got more?
I got the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 38. Matter of fact, verse 37. It says, "And he shall say, where are their gods, their rock in whom they trusted? Which did eat the fat of their sacrifices and drank the wine of their drink offerings. Let them rise up and help you and be your protection. See now that even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive, I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand." So that's letting you know all these people out here who are trusting in other outside sources other than Yahweh Bashem Yahushai for their protection, they gonna fucking die, man. Point blank, period, man. There's only one power that there's only one power that's in control of whether you live or die, man. So you need to be appeasing the source, you know what I'm saying? Other than trying to find, carnal means of salvation, man.
Yeah, man. It's gonna be bad, man, because like I said, a lot of these guys who are following these other groups, they are following leaders who are not even stable in the truth themselves, man. Men who ain't been on the highways and byways in years, men that don't do videos, they don't go out in the summer, the winter time. They break. What's up?
Oh, I just said blind leading the blind.
Blind leading the blind. Yup. They ain't giving you the true doctrine, the true breakdown of what the MOTB is. All these things, man, it's gonna cause a lot of instability amongst these other camps, man. You see, it's gonna cause a whole lot of instability amongst these other camps. And when it starts to break down, what is he gonna do? They're gonna start running to the many great millstone to get the breakdown, but it's gonna be too fucking late, man. Oh, just like the five wise virgins and the five foolish virgins, man. You gonna try to wait to the time to win the full fledged Jacob's trouble to try to get the right breakdown now. Now you want to put the pride down. Now you want to put the ego aside. I always believed y'all, man, but man, Nate, my boy, man. See, you better respect the persons if you're in that spirit, man. To hell with that. It's all about the truth. You see? But you're gonna find out You're gonna find out the hard way.
Got something to back both of you brothers up with the scripture that the brother just brought out, what the brother's just talking on. This is Proverbs 1 and 24. Because I have called and ye refused, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded.
How's the Most High doing that? He's doing that by having his men give you the proper breakdown. We out there all year round, man. From the summer to the winter. We're out there breaking this down to you, putting up these videos every day on YouTube, man. You see, giving you this freely. And what do? Bomb camp, rapists, pedophiles. You see, calling us all manner of names, man. And all we're doing is giving you the proper breakdown in hopes that you can get it to be saved from what's coming. But you refused it, man. You got it.
But ye have sat at not all my counsel, and with none of my reproof, I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anguish cometh upon you. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. For for that they hated knowledge and did not choose the fear of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's it, man. You guys are living in a time where you don't see all this destruction going on around you, and you think it's okay not to live in the fear of the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. You think that all his power is done away with, man. That Esau has all the power, man. See, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai gave Esau all the power he has now to control everybody, man. To drop nuclear bombs on people, man. He's the creator of all, man. He could take your life in an instant. Nothing happens because of a coincidence, man. But y'all think y'all living peacefully now, going down to, King Supers and Walmart and buying everything you need, thinking you don't need to fear Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. But when that all this closes and everything starts shutting down, and shit hits the fan, man. That's when Yahweh Hashem Yahushua is gonna make you fear it, and he's gonna laugh and mock at you.
Right. What you gotta go?
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 3. Because really, man, you got all these different camps out here these days. You got a camp for everybody, man. You got a camp that has women, right? If you want to deal with women, then you could go to that camp. If you want to smoke cigarettes at camp, then there's a camp for you out there. There's camps for everything, man. But this is 1 Corinthians 3 and 13. It says, every man's work shall be made known. Let me actually back up a verse. Verse 12, it says, now if any man build upon this foundation, gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, right? So all these different, Israelite camps are taking part in what? The work building upon this temple. Or they're supposed to be anyway. Verse 13, it says, every man's work shall be made known, for the day shall declare it. And that day being what, man? Jacob's trouble. That's going to be the day to separate the boys from the men, as they say. You see, it says, because it shall be revealed by fire, right? That fire is gonna touch this temple, and anybody who's been building stuff upon there that don't belong there, they're gonna get smoked up right along with it, man. It says, so really, Jacob's trouble is necessary to perfect, right? To get rid of the dross and perfect the elect, man. It says, and the fire shall try every man's work, what sort it is, right? So if you're not here for the right reasons, that fire is gonna cook you out too, man. At the end of the day, all that's gonna be left standing is gonna be the elect.
Right. That's right. So we went through the part of the 2/3 receiving the judgment. So let's balance it out as we end it and wrap it up by going into how the Most High is going to stand on our behalf, man. Like it's gonna get bad, and you're gonna be shaking a little bit because we're in the flesh. And like I said, we ain't trying to be tough guys and acting like we're so hard and we can't be moved. But we are gonna witness things that we've never seen before in the flesh, man. And it's gonna shake you a little bit. But what's gonna keep us, what's gonna allow us to keep it together is the Most High's Holy Spirit, man. That wisdom and knowledge, knowing and understanding. Hey, this is the Most High doing this. This ain't no coincidence. The most I getting these motherfuckers, and it's gonna shake you up to see a fucking lion run out of the woods and just start attacking people and shit, man. Or people, buses, or people being shuttled to fucking FEMA camps and all that shit. It's gonna fucking have you feeling some type of way. But when you just continue to focus and keep that faith in Yahweh about Shemi Awashai and fall back upon what's written, man, you'll come up out of it. So somebody grab me that in second Ezra 16, the days of trouble are at hand. Real quick, let me see. See if I can find that real quick.
Is it
It's the second,
second Ezra 7?
not the 16th. And like at the end.
54.
No.
I mean, for
Second Ezra 16 and 74. I got it. No, 16 and 73. 16 and 73 says what? Matter of fact, I go up a little bit. Yeah, I'll start at 70 real quick. But listen, this is what's about to go down, man. Because we're all gonna be thrust into the time of Jacob's trouble because we are Jacob, are we not? So we all gonna feel it, but it's gonna be different. It's gonna be a different feeling between us and the rest of the world, man. So this is second Ezra 16 and 70. It says, "For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. They shall be like madmen, sparing none. So like they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses." And all this is about to happen, man. You might not even be in the same residence when all hell is breaking loose, man. You might be in some abandoned house somewhere, or a damn cave, or something like out there in the wilderness, man. You have to prepare your mind to take that on, man. Your ass is not just gonna be in your crib chilling while all hell breaking loose. You know what I'm saying? You gonna have to be as a pilgrim like, be as pilgrims on the earth, man.
You're not gonna have your Bible with you, most likely.
Probably not.
Cell phone.
Man, probably gonna have no phone. Shit, might not even have matching socks on. So there's gonna be some, you know what I'm saying? Gonna be some crazy shit like that. It's gonna be like time to go. You gonna have to go. You can't be looking back and shit. I left my PS4. You know what I'm saying? Nah, hell no. You have to leave all that shit behind, man, because we going on to something greater. All this shit got to be left here. Yup. Second Ezra 16 and 71 says what? They shall, oh no, 72. For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. They shall be like, so then shall be known who are my chosen. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as gold in the fire. And that's what's gonna happen. The Most High's chosen is gonna be made known because what? They're gonna go through their affliction, they're gonna be tried, they're gonna be tested. But when it's all said and done, they're gonna come out as precious gold, man. You see? It says what? Verse 74. "Hear, O ye my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same." So that's the confirmation right there, man. So yeah, all hell is about to break loose. It's about to be the worst time in human history. This is about to be the worst time in human history, man. You see? But the Most High told us not to worry, man. Not to fear. So yeah, so it says what? The days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. Be not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High Yahweh is your guide. The Most High is going to guide us through this time of Jacob's trouble, man. So that's why the Lord Yahweh told us to take no thought for our lives. Take no thought of what you're going to eat or what you're going to wear, where you're going to live. The Most High knows we have need of all these things, man. He ain't going to just have us out here in the wilderness with nothing set up for us to be taken care of. You see?
Hey, can you read in that chapter? Because I was holding it earlier and I was considering bringing it out, but I was going to start at 17 and read 18 and 19. Because Esdras, it was so heavy that Ezra, because through he understood reincarnation, regeneration. He was, he was worried about himself in those days when he saw the vision of Jacob's trouble and the missiles. If you don't mind starting.
Grab it real quick.
What's up?
Grab it real quick.
Okay. Second Ezra 16 and verse 17. Like I say, Ezra saw the vision and he was like terrified, like, oh, he said, woe is me, who shall deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Verse 19. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
And that's what's coming. But we don't have to worry, man. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah is going to take care of us, man, as we read right here at the end of this chapter. It says what? Saying Ezra 16 and 75, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for the Most High is your guide, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts, saith the Lord power Yahweh. Let not your sins weigh you down, because like we just read when the brother you call precepted what? Be not entangled with the I can't remember exactly what he said, but it goes into us not thinking that we're gonna be saved by being perfect in the law, man.
For the bondage of the law.
Don't be entangled with the bondage of the law. We're not gonna be saved that way. So don't let yeah, you're gonna go off, you're gonna fall short each and every day, but don't let that weigh you down, man. Continue on in your faith. We're not made to be perfect in this flesh by way of the law. The Most High didn't program us he didn't program us that way. We have been made subject to vanity to be made subject so we can be made subject unto hope, which is what? Faith, man. So don't let your sins weigh you down. You're gonna go off, you're gonna fuck up, you're gonna slip up. That don't give you license to just go ahead and do it willingly, you see? But don't let that hold you down, man. It's gonna happen, you know? Says what? And let not your iniquities lift themselves up. So yeah, man, that's what it is right there. We're gonna be taken care of. We're gonna be good. Yahweh Shem Yahushua promise, man. Our standing is gonna be lifted on our behalf. We're gonna be fed. You see, we're gonna have shelter, we're gonna have water, we're gonna have all these things, man. Because we're out here serving the Lord, doing what He commanded us to do.
Can I bring out this? I've been holding it for
Yeah.
a while. I'm going to read right through it. This is Psalms 91, verse 1. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power. In Him will I trust.
And what's the secret place of the Most High? This truth. So if you abide in this truth in the correct way, you will be a what? You will be up under what? The shadow of the Almighty, man, being up under the Most High's protection. You see? Being in the care of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
Verse 3, surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, but it shall not come nigh thee.
And that's what we're about to experience, man. We're about to experience death on a major, major level. But if we be covered by the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, it's going to pass right over us, man. And that's what the blood of Yahweh Shah is all about. Us being exempt from this judgment that's about to come, man. Because it's about to get real out here. Real bad. You see?
It says, verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation.
Mm-hmm.
There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling.
That's right. Because it's going to be, bro, there's going to be pestilence going on, plagues going to be going on. But guess what? Those who are covered by the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, we don't have to fret about that, man. We don't have to worry about that. Don't let that shit, don't let Satan come in and it's a new whatever's gonna come out, whatever plague is coming. Don't let Satan try to get in your mind and think, oh yeah, you're gonna be taken by this. No, man. If you've been abiding in the Most High secret place and it's truth, you're good to go. You're covered, man. You gotta have faith in that. You see? Keep going on that. Just I'll read the whole thing.
Says verse 11, For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. There shall bear they shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet.
And that goes into us getting the victory over Esau, man. Because of what? We're standing with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. We have the victory, man. We're about to be thrust into, we're already in the midst of the spiritual war, and it's about to intensify because we're about to what? We're coming to the end of the battle where the Lord Yahweh Shah is going to come and vanquish our enemies, man. You see, but before the Lord Yahweh Shah returns, he's going to try to get as many of the men of the Lord as he can, man. But best believe the Most High is going to defend us and give us the spirit that we need to endure and overcome this devil, man. Trust and believe it, man.
Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him.
Woo.
I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation.
And that's what we're hoping for, man. We're hoping to be those men to endure this time of trouble that's coming, to endure this major judgment that's about to happen. You know, so we can go on to that next level, man, the kingdom of heaven. Because that's what awaits us after this. The kingdom of heaven is coming directly after we leave America, man. You see, we're gonna come into power and dominion as is prophesied. So all we got to do is continue to wait upon the Lord, man. Continue to keep our faith in the Lord Yahweh Shai, and the victory is ours, man. You see, Jacob's trouble is just another obstacle that we have to overcome. You see, to get to where we want to be, man. And this whole time of Jacob's trouble is for our faith to be built. That's what it's all about. And it's gonna be crazy and it's gonna be intense. This is gonna be intense, man. Very intense. But hey, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, we shall overcome it, man. We shall overcome it through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But if y'all brothers ain't had none, we can wrap it up on that one.
Yeah, I have something.
What you got, bro?
Proverbs 19:29. Judgments are prepared for scorners and stripes for backs of fools. And then let me grab this real quick. It says in Proverbs 19, verse 20, hear counsel and receive instruction, that thou mayest be wise in thy later end. There are many devices in a man's heart. So, like you said, don't let your conscience condemn you. Nevertheless, counsel of Yahweh that shall stand. The desire of a man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. It says one more. The fear of Yahweh tendeth to life, and it shall abide satisfied. It shall not be visited with evil. You know? So just like that point you've been making, you know, the elect, our portion is not the same as the 2/3. Even though we gotta go into Jacob's trouble, you know, and witness the judgment of the 2/3, the hopeful elect are not gonna starve, they're not gonna thirst, they're not gonna be abandoned, you know, even though some of the hopeful elect will be sacrificed to fulfill the prophecy. But we all are not all gonna die. But we shall all be changed. Yeah.
You got more?
The book of First Maccabees, chapter 3, and verse 19. It says, for the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven. They come against us in much pride and iniquity to destroy us, and our wives and children, and to spoil us. But we fight for our lives and our laws. Wherefore the Lord, Yahweh Shai himself, will overthrow them before our face. And as for you, be ye not afraid of them.
And that's the spirit we got to be in, man. So yeah, it's gonna get rough, it's gonna get rocky, but at the end of the day, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is with us, man. You know? And you gotta have faith in that. And if you don't have faith in that, you ain't got no hope. You know?
It was in 2 15, the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Right. That's right. And so with that, man, if y'all brothers have nothing else, we can wrap it up. Are good? And so with that, we're gonna end it. We're gonna give all praise, all honor, all glory to Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham, Rekah, Kodash. A double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us this truth according to the Bible, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai. And a sincere peace and salutation to all you hopefully let I give out there, pushing his word in all truth and sincerity, doing the work as Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai has created us to do. With that, we're gonna say Shalom, Wa, and Ba, Ba, Ba.
Bye, bye.
God, Shalom,